Welcome to the whitest house. Slave souls haunt the halls when the light is out. Except the blood of the poor and the white they mouth. The last gasp of a world that is dying out. Welcome to the whitest house, where every room is a tomb that they lie about. Where you can put your filthy feet on the finest couch, and for the right amount, you can even buy it out.
That's the essence of your entire political identity. You might be a white supremacist.
Let's get it.
Let's go. Ready?
Let's get it popping.
All right.
I'm so thrown off.
Every time I hear it, I'm like, what?
I'm so thrown off by the black applause.
I mean, hey, listen, I got pressured into getting us a black applause, and now you ain't even.
I almost feel like we need a mix of like both of them.
Correct.
Like maybe you start with the regular clap and then you bring the black one in.
But you know, I still got the.
Well, you don't have the regular one. You just
Yeah, delete.
Oh wow,
That's the Arsenio Hall right there. Though.
Oh, okay,
that's
yeah,
the Arsenio Hall sound
yeah,
button. Yeah,
yeah.
I got.
I like it though.
You know, black folks clap and just cheer different.
Yeah, we hype. We get
Yeah,
it.
come on.
It's just you're so used to the claps initially.
Yeah,
it always throws
you
me off.
used to white supremacy.
Exactly. It makes you comfortable.
That's the
But you know
status
what?
quo,
No.
man.
We're doing things differently now.
Yeah.
So welcome to This Week in White Supremacy. I'm Jasiri X. I'm the co-founder and CEO of One Hood Media. And to my immediate right...
It's your girl who talks a lot.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
talks a lot.
You know, allegedly. It's Miracle. What's up? What's happening?
Are you still... I'm sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, are you still basking in the Renaissance glow?
I am. I just listened to it this morning. It's been good. That and like also St. John. I just been having a good music.
Absolutely.
I'm here for that. I'm here for that.
Yeah. Get it. My brother, you're back.
Yes.
Healthy and happy.
I'm back. You feel me?
Yes.
It's trouble. Never liked sickness. Never liked supremacy. You know what I'm saying?
We are happy to have you. Felt incomplete.
Yes.
Without you here, man. Without your.
Man, I had so much to say on the last episode, but I was just, you know what I'm saying, thinking it while I was watching it and shit. You feel me?
There have been some updates to the Brooklyn Preacher, so we probably will probably be getting into that a little bit. And then my brother,
Yes.
Wu-Tanged out. Huh?
Come on, bro.
Woo Wednesday?
Yeah, come on, Wu-Tang
Woo Wednesday. I
Woo's
like
for the
that.
children, bro. Come on, Woo's for the children. You know, it's me, the revolutionary but gorgeous, the halal heartthrob.
Oh God.
Yeah, come on, the supreme Asiatic intelligently divine. Yeah, all of that.
Can we take the board away?
Now,
from
would you consider the bombs, like kind of stereotypical or?
Hey, listen, listen. Bombs over Baghdad. Come on, man.
That's how white supremacy. See, that's you're associating the bombs with Islam, brother.
That's
We're
why
not-
the
we're
economist
not with that.
is like
The Lebanese lover.
on it right now.
Come on, bro. Come on, I'll be here all day with it, bro. Let's go.
That's the MAGA Muslim stuff.
That's the MAGA Muslim.
Yeah, you need all the.
The economist. See, not all Muslims get upset when we call them terrorists and bomb makers.
Oh, my God.
man, listen.
Some of them love it. Some of them
Listen,
like
man.
it. Oh my God. Yes.
We here.
We're here. And
are here.
Maybe we shouldn't be.
well, I mean, I think we have a lot to talk about, you know what I'm saying? And one of our favorite topics has been
Nigga shitting on the wall.
the Capitol riots. The Capitol riots has been one of our favorite it's still
2 years later, it's just still.
it's mind-boggling.
It's new news every day.
But it's
Something new every day.
still mind-boggling.
Whoever wrote the script for that was like, you know what? On the 6th of January, I got something must-see TV.
that predominantly white people tried to take over the government to keep
almost
Trump as
did.
the president. Almost
Almost
accomplished
did.
it. So that's still kind of wild to think about. And obviously, information is coming out. People are getting sentencing, and surprising or not surprising. One of the longest sentences
Oh, don't tell me. Don't tell me.
received from the Capitol riots was Mark Ponder, a black man.
They coming for your black ass, nigga.
I just don't understand.
You thought you was special in that turtleneck. You thought you was hiding.
You thought that red hat meant immunity. Not for you, nigga.
He was dressed up. He was snazzy.
Oh, he was snazzy.
And,
He thought he had the
Capitol
invisibility.
finest.
He had the invisibility cloak on from white supremacy. They was like, we see you, nigga.
Oh, no.
We see you, nigga.
And it's wild because he's like, it's not like he did anything different than what the other rioters did. You know what I'm saying? But, unfortunately, Mark, you know what I'm saying?
Man, he did not have the complexion for the protection.
The judge said people aren't getting enough heavy-handed sentences.
100%.
And you, black man.
You, black man.
You, black man,
Somebody
is
said,
the example.
somebody said, it was on this day
Like,
Mark Ponder realized
He fucked up.
he's a black man in America.
Man, listen.
what's the story of OJ still?
Right. You know what I'm saying? We should have played that. Doom. Still, nigga.
I'm not black, I'm OJ.
I'm not black. I'm Mark Ponder. Just said, okay. Longest sentence, nigga. Get out of here.
Real quick, since I finally seen Nope, the fact that they had OJ Run in there was great.
Yeah,
that was amazing.
Or the fact that they had
It's in the trailer. It's in the trailer.
Right. Or the fact that they had OJ on a white Bronco.
On a white, and he wore orange.
He
wore orange. Yeah, man. Yeah.
So support our brother Jordan Peele.
Yeah.
And
He's
you know what I'm saying?
man.
Daniel and
Every time Treble takes off his glasses, he looks like
Kiki.
a whole different person.
So just to let people know what Mark Ponder did, it says the 56-year-old Trump supporter was captured on video reportedly striking an officer with a red, white, and blue pole. The officer, yeah. Pause. Did you say
Stop.
It's just funny that they were beating. They killed an officer with the American flag.
Yes.
They impaled this nigga.
Yes.
and then he's
Yes.
beating him with patriotism.
Yes. Yes.
He's like Christmas addicts in reverse.
yes.
Don't bring Crispus into this.
Listen, he ain't had no business dying for this country in the first place. Should have
I
minded
mean,
his
that was
goddamn
his.
business.
That was his neighborhood, right?
Yeah, I
and he
guess.
was just get out of here, and then he died.
Would Chris Rock say that they could bring a tank down Brooklyn right now and you wouldn't see me doing shit? I don't give a fuck.
Obviously, never mind.
I mean, but it is
That was
wild because at the time
My bad.
of his sentencing, 850 defendants had been sentenced, and Mark Ponder had the longest one.
63 months.
849 people had more white folks, according to this tweet, had more lenient charges than the one black guy. You know what I'm saying? And so, what do you all think about, it's kind of, it's America, it's white people, white supremacy, whiten, you know what I'm saying? When white supremacy does not work for you as a black man, any other comments?
Let this be a lesson to all you black Trump supporters.
100%.
You know what I mean? All you black Trump supporters think that you're so special and that you're so intelligent and you're like, oh, well, that you have the insider knowledge that the rest of us don't have.
Right.
Newsflash, my nigga, so did he. He, you know what I'm saying? He definitely thought I'm going to come down here.
Yeah.
Right? I'm a shit on these walls like everybody else. I'm gonna beat up a cop with some patriotism.
Yeah.
And now look at him.
Yeah, because remember, it was a police officer, a former police officer that beat a cop.
Yeah.
That received less of it as a former police officer.
So what jail are they? Is he gonna go to a special jail?
They all go to the feds.
They ever say is he going?
He gonna go to the worst one.
Man, they gonna put that nigga in Gitmo.
Because he has a longer sentence, so he gets further out and probably a more violent jail than his contemporaries.
The judge said, before I come to you, Miracle, the judge said he didn't get what he wanted, and because he didn't, he felt entitled to attack law enforcement officers who are simply doing their job. Does Mark deserve his sentence, Miracle?
No. Now, if I recall...
Oh, you said no.
No, and if I recall correctly, she even... went higher than what the prosecutor asked for.
You are correct, right?
So she was like, "You uppity nigga,
You make an example.
how
of your
dare
black
you
ass.
think
Yes.
that you have the audacity to be like these other white folks?"
100%.
Earn your seat at the table, boy.
Yeah, and that is wild because you've seen actually the opposite in most of these cases is that the defense are asking for more time and the judge is giving less time. But when Mark Ponder
Things that make you go,
Came in front of that judge. He actually got more time. Trouble, what do you think about Mr. Ponder?
I wonder if Mark pondered the consequences of his decision before he acted.
I see what you did there.
You know what I'm saying? But nah, it's just like, you know.
Did he ponder? Did he ponder?
Yeah. I see what you did there.
But nah, it's like it's not surprising at all, because low key I feel like the 13th Amendment was written so that they can legally enslave black people.
100%.
The 13th Amendment is Confederate vengeance.
You feel me? So
Come on,
it's
man.
like, you know, it was kind of expected. It's kind of fucked up, but it's like, you know, this is the system that we operate in. Like, I feel for Mark because he really did think that his support of Trump was going to save him.
You're true.
But it's like, yo, look, bro, you still a nigga. You know what I'm saying?
100%. 100%. Farouk?
I've been chiming in this whole time.
Yeah.
man.
You already know what it is.
Yeah, man.
So and it's wild because there was another actually right after the Mark Ponder story broke. Another Capitol rioter named Guy Wesley Riffett.
He's the wildest nigga. He's the wildest nigga.
He now set the record. Now he got 7 years.
Isn't 63 months 7 years?
Yeah, it says he got 7 years.
But no, Mark Ponder isn't 63 months.
6.5, right? Because 12 months in a year.
Yo, man, don't know the maths.
I'm about to walk it out.
Oh, okay. Oh,
No,
walk it out.
12 months in a year.
60 month is 5 years.
Oh, okay. Is it?
Yeah, 60 times.
What's 12 times
5
5?
times 12 is 60.
That's what I was about to do.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. And
Quick
so,
maths.
right. And so then it's like, 5.5 years. You know what I'm
So they
saying?
give it in months because it doesn't seem as bad.
Yeah. You're telling a nigga you going down for 7 years. Like,
Yeah, but what's
you got 80 months. Oh, I can do that shit. No, you can't.
but what was interesting about Mr. Riffett, and I don't know if that's how you pronounce his name, he actually came to the Capitol riots with zip ties. Who are those for? You know what I'm saying? And a gun. So who came
and he had a 40 cal.
He had a 40 caliber
40
pistol.
cal.
He had zip ties. And it's interesting because the judge actually, or the prosecutors wanted 15 years. They only gave him 7. The prosecutors actually wanted domestic terrorism enhancements. You show up, you threaten Nancy Pelosi.
That's premeditation.
You got a gun, you got zip ties, and still,
Them niggas had schematics, bro.
hey, bro, they had it laid
Like,
out.
they had schematics.
Yeah.
They had, Dungeons and Dragons in real life. Like the Gravy Seals came out.
Hey.
They was ready for combat.
This paragraph is most interesting. Judge Friedrich described Mr. Reffitt's case as unusual on accounts of threats of violence he made against his children. When he discovered he might be swept up in a federal investigation following the riot, in March, Mr. Reffitt's son, Jackson Reffitt, took the stand to testify
He said this wild shit. What'd he say? Just
that his father had become radicalized in the months leading up to the attack and had threatened both him and his sister in an attempt to dissuade them from speaking to authorities, telling them,
say it.
traitors get shot.
Traitors get said this to his children, bro.
And they took the stand.
He took.
They took the stand against their own dad.
Yo, remember that Dave Chappelle skit? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th. That's what you
yo.
should have did, my nigga. Like your pops is like, yo,
Yeah.
when I come out, I'm still killing you.
Miracle
Do you know how horrible
of a person of a dad you have to be.
like your kid not only snitch on you, turn you in, but testify against you and be like,
it
was him.
Yeah, and not just testify like, hey, he went. Testify like not only did he win, he tried to kill me and my sister. Like, wow, you are a terrible
so
father.
if I'm hearing this right,
Yes.
here's this white guy who threatened to kill his children.
Yes.
Brought zip ties with the intent of kidnapping and possibly killing
100%.
elected officials.
Yeah.
And he was supposed to get 15 but got 7.
100%.
But then you have this black guy who
Yes.
who beat a cop with a pole.
Yes.
And was supposed to get less time but got more.
100%. Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah. And remember, like the black guy pleaded guilty. This white guy was trying to fight. He basically said he wasn't guilty. They brought his children up there. Like, if your children gonna testify, bro, just take the years. You know what I'm saying? But it is wild. So Miracle, like, here is again another judge that is saying that and they're rejecting that this was domestic terrorism. You know what I'm saying? So doesn't this set a clear terrible precedence? Moving forward, if you're saying this man who showed up in Washington, D.C., who had zip ties and a gun, who according to his own children had become radicalized and wanted to overturn the election, and to the point that he was willing to kill them, that's not domestic terrorism?
A precedent? The Klan, the Oath Keepers.
Yeah, you're right.
All of these whites, the police, all of these organizations, nah. But I always say it's not the white supremacy doesn't get the same domestic terrorism. They don't even get a RICO. I just want the same even killed hand of this quote unquote justice that we're supposed to be upholding coming through everyone, because people don't really realize that most of your drug cases also come through the federal courts. And this same, grace and mercy isn't being handed down to black and brown defendants.
Absolutely not.
If I was a black person going to that judge's courtroom and I had threatened my family members, obstructed justice, showed absolute disregard for the court, they're going to give me more time.
100%.
Absolutely.
And they gave this man less. It's just mind-boggling.
Right. I mean,
but white supremacy.
I mean, we had a case here of a rapper named Jamal Knox who
Mayhem Mall.
Yeah, who made a rap song, named a police officer in the rap song, and was actually given time in prison. They called it terroristic threats. On the other hand, you had one of these Capitol rioters, a woman named Dawn Bancroft, who's on tape saying that she wanted to shoot Nancy Pelosi in the brain, in the effing brain, and she gets 60 days. 60 days.
She ain't mean that shit. That's what the judge said. She ain't mean that. She was disgruntled.
But I'm saying, what?
It was a tough Wednesday for her, man.
I'm just saying, I mean, we see the difference, you know what I'm saying, in what's happening. And that's the frustrating part of it is, like you said, to me, I mean, is it, we don't have room enough in the jail for these people? And I know Miracle.
We find room for black folks.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. For black people, we find room, but, for others. Now, some other kind of news came down, Miracle. Says the Justice Department is investigating Trump's actions in the January 6th criminal probe. People familiar with the probe say investigators are examining the former president's conversations and have seized phone records of top aides. It's official, Miracle.
Survey says.
You know how
I don't know how everyone grew up. But don't the Justice Department have an 85%, 90% conviction rate?
Except for the Teflon, T.
It's like a 95%, but they have to bring the case first.
Yeah.
Well, they can investigate all they want.
Yeah.
That's not an indictment. That's not an information.
Because remember, in New York, it looked like they were going to indict Trump. Then all of a sudden,
Trump put Putin on them boys.
Something happened.
He called in the big guns.
Not only did it go away,
somebody had a file.
Everybody's all the people, Cuomo and all those people are coming back.
Yeah.
So it's going to be very interesting.
Yeah.
You know how when you're a child, your parents if you do this thing, I'm gonna take you out for ice cream, and then the day you do it, and then the day for ice cream never comes. And it's
I know those days all too well. I know that.
But you know what? If you're good next week, I'm going to take you out for ice cream. I feel like you're that child who's
that child
before the ice cream.
I'm waiting for the ice cream. That's never going to come.
It's going to one of these days.
But now, Miracle, they have, now this is according to the New York Times.
That man came out and said he did it himself. I don't understand what more they need.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. They have emails where they're discussing using fake electoral voters. They're discussing this via email that they have, right? They're saying we're going to use these fake voters, and so they would confuse everybody. Then Pence would have to decertify the election, and Trump would stay in. This is on email, right? That's what I'm saying. So they have all of these emails from Trump's supporters. You got, Bannon going to prison, right? Or he's getting something. He was found guilty of contempt of court. You got Jenny about to be subpoenaed. Like it's going down, right? Miracle is going. We got the emails.
This is what I predict is the lady, the DA in Atlanta has her case against the Trumpers as well.
Oh yeah,
I think they're going to make her go first. She's obviously going to fail.
Yes.
And then they're going to be like, well,
she's obviously going to fail.
Georgia, like you're not about to have a bunch of white people.
Yeah. This black DA going to convict all these white people. Yeah, I feel you.
Even though that's the whole political thing, because you're trying to, lock up the guys.
Yeah.
But they're going to use that to say, oh, we can't do anything. And then by that time, it's going to be another election. There was a memo that leaked that said that the DOJ wasn't investigating because they didn't want to disrupt the election. But there's always some excuse. Like, if y'all have no problem, like, arresting people before Christmas and
100%.
ruining whole families' holidays, but now a little election, you don't want to do anything.
Yeah.
No.
Well. Speaking of Georgia Miracle, there's
no, we don't need it. We don't need
a high profile.
I think we still need to talk about New York. I think there's some stuff in Chicago. Like, I don't think we just need to harp on Georgia.
But there's a high profile Senate race.
There's a high profile, a whole bunch of things
happening in Georgia between two black men. Miracle, you know what I'm saying?
Didn't a horse die?
A reverend and we're gonna get into the conspiracy
because it's not
to kill Black Lives Matter. We're gonna get into
it's not fair that that Herschel Walker is running because he has like 5 personalities that run with him. So it's like, you know what I mean? You're running against Herschel.
But it was wild is like, again, it just shows you like if you're willing. Yeah. Well, let's play this clip because a clip came out where a black commentator basically explained why Republicans love, because it's obviously like Herschel Walker's not qualified. I mean, the dude said he was with the FBI. That was a lie. I graduated top 1% of my class. Didn't even graduate. I mean, this dude, like, what are you? So why then would Republicans spend all this money to put Herschel Walker, somebody that's extremely unqualified, into the Senate? Who is this person that's breaking this down, by the way? Let's give him his props.
This is, I don't know, but he has an amazingly white afro.
Go ahead.
It's not playing.
His afro is nice, man. It's banging.
Yeah, it's nice. Why aren't you playing for me?
Oh, come on, man.
It's just playing me, not playing for me. Damn. Come on. Here we go.
Walker has the backing of the Republicans. Now you ask, why are Republicans backing this man who's so clearly unintelligent, who so clearly doesn't have independent thoughts?
Yes.
But that's actually the reason. Walker's going to do what he's told. And that's what Republicans like. That's what Republicans want from their Negroes, to do what they're told. And Walker presents exactly as a person who lacks independent thoughts, lacks an independent agenda, lacks an independent ability to grasp policies, and
he made that nigga sound like a horse.
I mean, we just heard Herschel Walker talking about, hey, if we have clean air, the bad air from China
is that not how recycling works?
It's gonna float over here, and our good air is gonna float over there. I mean, come on, like obviously,
a little more complex than that.
You know what? Y'all not about to have me on here defending Herschel Walker. Number one, you're not gonna have me on here doing.
Don't do it. Why would you do that?
Hold on, let me finish. Let me just pause.
MAGA miracle?
MAGA miracle.
But I was going to say Republicans require this allegiance. All of their people, not just Herschel Walker, number one. Number two,
100%. That's true.
There was like the Reagan rule that came out in the 80s where it was this rule that Reagan allegedly put out that no Republican can disparage another Republican in public. And that is the rule book that conservatives go by. Herschel Walker has name recognition.
Yeah.
He has unfettered loyalty to the Trump administration.
100%. Yes.
And he has an ideology because it has benefited him. He has benefited from white supremacy.
1,000%.
His whole entire career, from being able, from Trump giving him his jobs,
absolutely.
the people hiring him for these positions, he has a loyalty that is different than like the Marjorie or Laura or all the other people. So that's why they want him. It's 100%. Not necessarily just because he's going to be loyal or parrot these talking points. It's because he has a buy-in, and then therefore he's never going to go against what McConnell wants or anybody else, as opposed to like, you know, the guy in Utah or even Lindsey Graham. Right.
Like they might actually do something. And so you're right in a sense, because we talk about this, right? Trump, that's like everybody got to be loyal to Trump.
Yeah.
Like you have to have 100% loyalty to Trump.
He's running like a gang.
Or,
he runs the shit
you know,
like a gang.
you out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like he'll get rid of you. But at the same time, I mean, I don't know. And maybe I'm wrong. I mean, the man is on tape talking about like how often he played Russian roulette. Like I just don't. I mean, I've never seen.
It's just a win. The conservatives will do. Unlike the Democrats, the conservatives will do whatever they have to do to win. Oh, you want a black person? We'll find a black person. Oh, you want a gay person? We'll find a gay person. You believe this thing? We'll find somebody and push it up. Democrats are the only people who are like, no, we're not going to do anything. Like conservatives can play identity politics better than any person has ever thought.
But don't we want like here's a man, Miracle, in Herschel Walker.
Need name. It's a statewide race. You need name recognition and talking points.
I got you, but he won't even debate because probably the biggest nightmare of like everybody that works for Herschel Walker is like seeing this man in a debate. Because they don't know what's gonna come out of his mouth. Like
there's no media training. There's no prep for him.
Like this, you mean like the Paula DA race, the blueprint that was put out here that you just don't debate?
I mean, that's what he's saying, and that's what he's gonna do. I mean, he's basically just not gonna, because he's so unprepared. I mean, come on, like children is popping up. I mean, this is wild, right?
He sounds like Joe Biden at times.
I think that
he really does.
I think Warnock is a person of great character who would not engage in that type of petty
100%.
Personal politics.
He would not. I agree.
Warnock has been doing is pushing his policies and talking about debate because he really believes that his policies are better for the people of Georgia.
Yeah.
And what we're really seeing is that people are making a mockery a lot of Herschel Walker for these sound bites and clickbaits, but a lot of people just like him because he's a football star.
100%.
I'm not the biggest football person.
And he's not, like, he's a Republican. He rolls with Trump. This is like, Georgia did go blue, surprisingly, for Joe Biden, but it's still like a majority
Georgia's
like reddish state.
Georgia's very purple. It's very... We have a lot of voter suppression in Georgia. We have a lot of redlining in Georgia. And so that's why... a lot of people have been pushing for like voter advocacy. Georgia's the place where you can actually go and get a felony if you give somebody water for standing in line to vote. So that there are things that is really going to be unfortunate this election season that we're going to have to deal with. And so Herschel is just, I think he's going to ride the wave. He likes the publicity. He likes the interviews. This is like the biggest thing that's happened. But you notice that like him and his son aren't campaigning together. You notice, so there's a lot of similarities between like him and Trump, 100%. And a lot of people. It's just theater to a lot of people.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, if he and that's the wild part. It's close. It's like he may win.
Could his son do any detriment to his campaign? Yeah, that's what I thought. Like his son,
he said, hopefully,
his son is on some other shit. Man.
Yeah. Right, just because.
Yeah.
There is a lot, and Georgia does have a growing anti-gay movement. And it's really weird because honestly, that could have been a perfect pitch of like compassionate conservatism. So people remember,
that's a great point.
Was Bush.
That was his thing. Once people were too upset and people were focusing on like social issues, you saw conservatives like, oh, we care. Faith-based initiatives, we love.
Mm-hmm.
Republicans now are just like everybody goes to hell.
Everybody.
They're not leading into that love
we
right
don't
now.
So
there's no more pray to gay away.
They love guns. It's like we love. One of them was like
guns and dead children.
One of them was right. One of them. I mean, you had the lady who just said like, she would, like, if you tried to take her gun away, like, she wouldn't be able to kill her own children. I mean, this is how wild it is right now. You know what I'm saying?
Total side note, because I saw this ad ad for Russia talking about we don't have cancel culture here. So it does seem like Russia is now advertising for conservatives to move there.
Oh, wow. Yes,
so
please,
now,
please do. Please. All of
we
you.
may be able to have our country back.
I would help. I would help
every
you.
single way.
I would help you move.
If you don't like it, leave. If you don't love it, leave it. If you don't love it, leave it.
Do you think saying like Negro, was that too low of a blow? Do you think, Trouble?
I think it was honest. It might have been, kind of hard coming from bro was white, right?
No, it was a black dude.
Black.
He
No,
was black.
yeah.
Come on,
he's speaking the truth.
He's speaking
the truth. Like, it was wild because Herschel called it the N-word. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was called the N-word. But, I mean, again, like Miracle said, this is theater, right? You say the N-word. You make it seem like it's worse than it is. Yeah. A lot of his supporters ain't watching MSNBC, probably won't see the original clip.
No.
And then you try to fundraise off of it and try to do your thing. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, Herschel could say, oh, I'll debate anywhere, anytime, but he's not going to because that's going to make him look worse. You know what I'm saying? And so he's going to try to coast on in. So we have a couple of things. Do we want to get into, I guess, further Trump gangsterism?
Man, listen.
Where my man was caught on tape.
With the hot mic.
Talking about, so basically a hot mic captured a congressman, Matt Gaetz. A lot of people know him because he's actually he's under investigation for like human trafficking, and then just voted against the human trafficking. Like, no, we don't want no cops involved in human trafficking. Yeah. But he was caught on tape actually saying, and this is for you, Miracle, like telling, a guy who was on trial for supporting Trump. This is the former, I guess he used to run Fox News, Roger Stone, that don't worry about it. He would not do a day in prison. Trump is going to give you
the boss. You still have favor with the boss. He said you still have favor with the boss.
Yeah, you have the clip.
Yeah, I got the clip, man. This is like one of the most mafia, Godfather, Goodfellas, casino type shits ever, man.
Where you're from? Yeah, no. Well, on the trial, I still think.
You still think you won't do a day?
Well, we shall see. I won't fold that, you can bet. They already tried that.
Huh? Said them niggas threw the charges at me, they ain't stick.
And the boss still has a very favorable thing. He sends that message from time to time. It would have been easy to make this go away, but I couldn't live with myself.
So for you, if you weren't able to hear that, Matt Gaetz said the boss still has a very favorable view of you. He said it directly.
He ain't talking about Bruce Springsteen. He ain't talking about Bruce Springsteen. He's talking about Donald Trump.
I don't think the big guy can let you go down for this. Of course, then Stone was, in fact, pardoned by Donald Trump. Again, Miracle. More evidence.
I don't know what you want from me.
I want my ice cream, Miracle. I want this man in handcuffs.
This man is out here running a whole mob in front of us and keeps indicting himself, like all of the people, and nobody has really the balls to take it down.
Yeah. Man, anybody? What do y'all feel?
I feel like there's somebody phoning us doing the show.
Oh, yeah, somebody is calling us. Yeah. I mean, well, we have a telephone now. They might be outside.
Mr. Telephone Man.
Somebody's supposed to be.
They might be outside. You know what I'm saying?
I wonder if they are delivering some stuff.
I didn't put in delivery for today.
I mean, I had some Amazon stuff coming today, but
So let's while I guess
I feel like we need to talk about the horse.
Talking to somebody? Oh, yes, let's get into Black Lives Matter. So you know what I'm saying?
Black Lives Matter.
Yeah,
the conspiracy.
Yeah, so and then we got some more serious stuff, but so there was a horse.
There was, of course.
Named
Man and his horse.
And the horse was named Black Lives Matter, right? And the horse went in for a routine.
This is why. Just go ahead. This is why.
The horse went in for a routine medical procedure and then died unexpectedly during this procedure. And the owner, you know what I'm saying? The owners, and one of the owners is named, I'm going to just call him Mr. Smith. Hadley Smith. First. I can't pronounce the first name. So basically they said that they were trying to get what happened. And they said the attempts to get information from the staff about why Black Lives Matter died were unsuccessful.
I'm sure it has nothing to do with that 25 million.
This is the horse. He was waiting for that. He was waiting for that. Are you proud of yourself?
Yes.
Are you happy?
Yes, I am. Thank you so much. Look at you.
They're talking about
Why do you always have to go there?
that's MAGA Muslim.
Why?
MAGA Muslim attacking
It's an alley-oop, man.
attacking Black Lives Matter.
Alley-oop.
So we're not talking about Black Lives Matter, the organization.
About the horse.
We're talking about Black Lives Matter, the
Innocent
horse.
animal.
Right? It's a horse.
Gives a whole new meaning to hung like a horse.
Oh man.
What is wrong with this?
That's your best.
Were you preparing? Were you writing down last night?
No, this is
You had a
comes
little-
off the cuff, bro. I'm good. I'm good. I'm really
The
good.
owner said, we took our horse, Black Lives Matter, an hour away to a vet for a small common procedure to be done that would collect sperm for future reproduction, and also to have him castrated so he can better perform without raging hormones and have better success during
This
races.
just sounds like race play to me.
I mean, yeah.
This really sounds like some.
It said they dropped Black Lives Matter off healthy, but when they came back to pick him up, he was unresponsive.
This metaphor is just so great. It's just so great.
They also noticed a camera in the stall where Black Lives Matter was kept. The camera was supposed to have 30 days of footage, yet they would not give him the footage about what happened to the horse, saying, quote, "We're not here for your social media needs," and hung up the phone. You know what I'm saying? So people were saying that part of the reason why they felt that it was an attack on the horse is that announcers did not like saying the horse's name during races. You know what I'm saying?
Hashtag Black Lives Matter. Hashtag dead horse.
Damn.
Can't beat a dead horse.
What is wrong with you?
What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you?
I mean, he has
Stop
a
it
point.
right now.
What is wrong with you?
Look.
What is wrong with you, bro? It's that the horse and the name set a tone with what's going on in the world, and people had to hear it. You had to hear the announcer say, and down the stretch, Black Lives Matter. Like they're making, to me, it's ingenious.
Yeah.
Like
It
they're
is. It's
making
really
these
great. It's
like,
really great.
you know, horse racing white announcers have to say black. You know they hate it. there's no All Lives Matter horse in here. It's just Black Lives, and you know they hate saying it. I think it was genius, and I think Black Lives Matter was killed.
They murdered him.
They murdered that horse.
COINTELPRO.
They murdered that horse.
So
You know what I'm saying?
it's like Animal Farm.
1000%. You know what I'm saying? We go to the racetracks and it'd be 500 to 600 white people. We'd be the only black. So think about it. It's all
I was gonna
these
ask
white
if they were
people.
black. I was gonna ask
You're the only black person there, and you bring your horse.
The only thing could have been better. The only thing that could have been better if Jack Harlow was the jockey. That's the only thing.
Hey, what's the name of this? That's a beautiful horse. What's the name? Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
Do you like the name?
Then you got to bet like 500 on Black Lives Matter.
But I'm betting 25 million on Black Lives Matter.
You can go home.
I'm betting a mansion on Black Lives Matter.
You can leave now.
I mean, who's like?
Can my horse not live in comfort?
Yes.
Who's the horse's like stablemate? NAACP. Like, and here comes NAACP.
But that is, it does make me want to buy a horse and
man.
like name it something like super
That's the
uncomfortable for
last
black
thing
people. That'd be
just name the horse One Hood.
fascinating.
Here comes One Hood in the new Nissan.
We are never.
No, if One Hood had a horse, we'd have to name it Respectability Politics. Here come Respectability Politics down the stretch.
We're never touching heaven.
Speak for yourself.
I love the name Black Lives Matter. I do agree with you, Miracle. I think this horse was killed.
Yes.
Because of his name. You agree, Treble?
I 100% agree.
Yes. That
I
black.
mean, it probably was. They're probably going to turn that thing into glue or whatever they do with horses.
I mean, but that's that's sad, right? Isn't it? Is it unfair that here are black people that own this horse? They name it Black Lives Matter, and they have to suffer just because white people are uncomfortable with that name?
I guess.
And the fact that they said there's a whole camera.
All right, come on, man.
They need to call the camera company themselves.
1,000%.
One thing people do not realize, just because the person who owns and operates the camera,
You about to teach us how to Karen?
What?
This sounds like some Karen shit.
Why would it sound like Karen? What is that? I'm lost.
refuses to give you the information.
Yeah.
The camera companies themselves actually have it and can give it to you. So, like your Ring doorbell, you don't own that. Ring does.
True.
And now the police does. But still, contact the camera people directly to get information on your horse.
Absolutely.
And who killed it.
Yes. Yes. Could we find out?
We go right down on the.
Is there a petition I can sign to
Can
find
we
out,
write
to
down
go
on that
into?
on the?
There probably is.
Yeah, on the vet.
On the vet, like
Let's
they
run-
ran down on that on Carolyn.
Yes, like they ran down on Emmett Till's, a co-conspirator. Yeah, that'd be fascinating. Yeah, so I'm with the people, man.
Justice
Obviously,
for
you're
Black
not.
Lives Matter.
Justice for Black Lives Matter.
No, it's just like
The horse,
it's
yes.
jokes, but that's wild. That's a wild story.
It is a
I am
wild story.
oddly disturbed that they do just like take the stuff from the horse and castrate it so it can run.
That is. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
horse.
Poor horse. So we do have some updates about the Brooklyn bishop that we talked about last week.
Man.
I know Trouble, you had
Passed the
some
offering. Pass the offering.
So we found out, we saw, Bishop Lamont Whitehead, or Pastor Whitehead, robbed on camera. And, it was a big show, right? And now we find out that, the bishop it's saying a New Jersey judge says he owes $335,000 to a construction company. One of his parishioners said that he stole $90,000 from her and tried to say he would help her with real estate, and then said, "Oh, this was a donation to my campaign." According to
who were you campaigning for?
He was running for actual position. See, he said his mentor is Eric Adams. And so Eric Adams was the president, the Brooklyn borough president. And so he was running for that seat when Eric Adams, went to mayorship. He lost, you know what I'm saying? And then he's in default on a $4.5 million mortgage for a property in Connecticut. So
It's above me now. It's in God's hands. It's in God's hands.
But I mean, he has Gucci suits, you know what I'm saying? Like custom Gucci suits from
All the
head to toe.
songs keep playing in my head.
Man.
What are the songs, Miracle? Oh yeah, absolutely. So, any comment on?
And I mean, Krayshawn?
And not to,
Basically, just wear that shit so I don't even bother.
I mean, not to disrespect the formerly incarcerated, but he had served prison for identity theft and scamming. Like he actually went to prison.
So that's a perfect career for him.
Yeah, those are shitty crimes, man. Those are of all the crimes you listed them out, like identity theft is a shitty crime.
When you say shitty, what do you mean?
Like it's fucked up. Like it's something I can't get behind. I can support a lot of crime. I love crime, right? But stealing someone's identity,
that's why.
Come on. I mean, it'd be different if you were like stealing like a politician.
Be a real criminal, stick a gun in somebody's face.
Man,
I'd much rather you take my
face to face, my nigga.
I'd much rather you take my identity
than
put a gun in my face.
Where's the honor amongst thieves, man? Like, yo.
So, I mean, do we now believe that the robbery was fake? That this was insurance scam? That it's another scam?
He needs money clearly, so
clearly,
you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I wouldn't put that past him.
Yes. Miracle?
As the good book says, pride cometh before a fall.
Definitely does.
And a haughty spirit.
And as nobody more, if you see the videos of this pastor, he is proud.
Facts.
He is proud. When he had the confetti, he had the Rolls Royce.
The video they posted was like, I'm so glad they robbed this nigga.
Oh,
like,
my
that was
God.
hilarious.
Oh, my God.
The Gucci suit was a lot for me.
And it's like multiple Gucci suits.
Yeah, Fendi one. The Fendi one was nice.
I
I'm not
hate
gonna lie.
the Gucci pattern. I really do. I hate the Gucci pattern. So it's like a personal affront to me.
Yes.
I think humility is what we're missing from this pastor.
Yes.
Because
It's not. Is that some kind of tenet of the?
you know, I'm a heathen, so I don't know. But like, he literally could have been like, "Hey, this happened. We really got to come together as a community."
100%.
He did the $50,000 thing. Then now he's talking about now we need pastors to have gun licenses so we can shoot people.
He want to clap somebody in the church.
He baptizing them bullets, man.
Hey.
You
He
know,
baptizing them bullets.
He said, "Turn the other cheek." Oh no, give me a gun permit.
Yeah, my
but,
I'm busting down on you.
He has a criminal record, so I don't think he can legally own a weapon in New York. So there's a lot of stuff happening. at
But you know,
play.
with a gun, you can always get third degree. So he can be like, "Hey, listen, this is the Holy Spirit shooting you." Know what I mean?
I mean, I guess he'll turn the other cheek for you, right?
Right, come on, man. Spin your jaw. With the big, you ever see a large caliber at close range?
Oh my God.
Say your prayers.
I just,
I mean, it's,
I hope this isn't a scam because
we know it is, man.
I hope
At this
it isn't
point.
because they go into jail
They are going to jail.
and they go into prison
Yes,
and like
yes.
so much has
So will
happened.
they even say, like, ask him to testify? So help me God? Like, does he even get that?
Hey, bro, like
If
that.
he's getting
come on, man.
prosecuted, nah, he's out there.
Okay,
And
yeah.
I kind of, I mean,
Like, because you believe his testimony
But
at
here's
that
the
point?
thing: he should have flipped the script. They did it. He should have cried. He should have GoFundMe.
He coulda did all of that.
He should
Yeah,
have
yeah.
been.
He got even
like,
more money.
He really could have,
Yeah.
but he
But
wanted
like
to
you
be
said,
out
he's
here
so
arguing people
prideful,
on
right.
social media,
100%.
and he really fumbled the bag.
Fumbled
Yeah.
the bag. But then again, and it's like, again, I know I want to see this man go to jail. I mean, I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not mad at you.
Because to me,
I'm not mad at you.
to try to cover yourself in like
The grace of the Lord.
Christianity,
The grace of the
like,
Lord.
like clearly,
First of all,
you
he
don't
came
really-
home. He changed his life,
Miracle,
and the
man.
Lord.
It's-
just
how did he change his
dropped
life? He's still
Bentleys
scamming.
and Fendi and Gucci and Louis and Prada
I mean, it don't-
into his lap. Not only is he allegedly scammed, his wife allegedly
That's what I
scams
heard.
too. The whole family
said
is
the
just out
family
here
is scamming.
scamming.
Yeah.
And I
Imagine
am
what
like,
those dinner time conversations be like. How many
Hey,
scams you get today?
hey, look,
I mean, like,
and it's like power, but like the church version.
Yeah.
And so I'm just like
Ooh.
enthralled by
That's
it.
this
a
would
great
be a
take.
dope movie.
This
This
would-
would be like an
it sound
incredible.
I mean, but you know who's going to do it? It's going to be a BET movie.
Type
oh,
shit.
so that's not going to be good. BT did some good movies.
Name one.
BT did one of the best miniseries I ever saw, and that was the New Edition.
Oh yeah.
That
Okay.
New
I
Edition
didn't know-
miniseries
yeah,
was banging.
That was fire.
That was banging.
That was fire.
All right,
I feel like
I
isn't
stand
Jordan
corrected.
Peele doing like a Christian spoof
Is he?
movie?
Hey yo, no, he's producing it. Yeah,
Yeah,
there is
yeah.
a Christian because the
It
dude
is,
from This
from
Is Us.
Yeah, Regina
it-
King. I
Yeah,
think.
Regina
yeah.
King's in there, yeah.
that does look
Yeah.
funny. That look because dude is a bomb. They're both great actors.
But he picked like it, my
Regina
thing
King
is,
hasn't
like,
aged at all.
If you
Incredible
want to
actor.
scam, unfortunately, being in a religious institution is like one of the best.
It's the best places to scam.
Yeah.
Don't have to pay taxes.
Because the
I mean,
Lord's
yeah.
like, you be like, the Lord told me
Yeah,
to tell
yeah.
y'all, like, if you want
The
this,
Lord told me, God told me to run
I
for
just-
mayor.
I mean-
God told me.
I think, like you said, it's one thing to like, like you should have, we want nice things. You know what I'm saying? You want a nice suit. It's
Suit
one,
was
but
ugly,
it's
though.
like it's almost
Fendi
like
one was hot.
you're throwing your wealth in people's faces at a point, and then it's like you're, obtaining it, surreptitiously. But then, yes, but then trying to say God did it, like to me, like that is like the worst type of person.
And that is exactly why people in my generation don't trust the church.
No, 100%.
You know what I'm saying? That's why you don't see us out on Sundays.
right,
You feel
right,
me?
right.
I went to church once when I got out of jail, right? My boxing coach is like, he was my CO, and he was like, why don't you come to jail with me? Or we come to church with me.
Same thing.
Same thing, right? Yeah. So I went, I was like, let me do this shit. I've never been in church before, right? And then the pastor was cool. First week, pastor was cool. I was like, y'all come back. Like, this is dope. It is faith.
Yeah.
Bro, from line, may God strike me dead. In the beginning of the sermon, he was like, if you have love for Jesus, why can't you buy a new suit every Sunday?
Does love for Jesus come with an ATM card?
and this is
I don't know.
I got up and left. I was like, yeah, I can't fuck with this.
Wow.
the
Like,
Bible
wow.
says.
Wow.
Come as
The
you are.
Lord reigns on the just and the unjust the same.
The
The
same.
only
Man,
difference
bro.
is that those who believe will have him as a comforter. There is no
that's it, man.
biblical
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
The
reference.
last shall be
to-
first, and the first shall be
But
last.
there is no biblical reference to say that if you believe in God or Christ, that you
100%.
will not suffer.
100%.
Most of the people who believed in God in the Bible actually did the most suffering. If you actually
Come on.
read the scriptures,
The whole
And so-
Old Testament.
and some of the new, right? The
Yeah,
thorn in
yeah.
the side with Peter. So
Yeah,
like
yeah.
for me, I get
Miracle
it
dropping
gets
it down.
real.
Yeah.
I get really pissed off and irritated when I see these prosperity preachers, because they're actually lying to you,
100%.
but also like gaslighting and manipulating and abusing people who are suffering.
But are they gorgeous while they do it?
No, not like you. They're not
Man.
revolutionary, but gorgeous.
Man.
They're not even revolutionary.
They're not, man.
100%.
I'm gonna give myself one of these for that.
And it makes me very uncomfortable, and that's why I left the church, to be honest, for a variety of reasons.
Yeah.
But that's what people have to understand. There is
Yeah.
no, the reason these pastors have money is they're using their churches as tax shelters.
100%.
They're forcing you to pay them, then they're making you buy their products to prove your loyalty to them, and then they're buying, private jets and Fendi suits and living their best lives.
Living their best life. And it's like, and that, to me, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, like that, nah, man, nah. We ain't going for that.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So like, we'll see what happens, I guess on the next episode of Power, we'll see if the pastor remains,
Pastor Ghost
has to pay his stuff back or not. Do we have a White Pages? I don't see any
books. There was
books.
a book over there. Hold on.
I don't see any books on the table. Okay, there's a book. We have a book coming. Do we have anything coming up? Is there any community event? We kind of went hard last weekend. You know
Are we
what I'm
going
saying?
hard this Friday too?
Yeah, that's right. Weather permitting, because it's looking like it may rain this Friday.
Yeah.
Weather permitting, we'll be back at Liberty Green Park. We were at Liberty Green last Friday. We had an amazing time. Shout out to all the folks that came through and kicked it with us. What is this book? Okay, this is you got the plastic on it and everything.
This
All
is
right.
a book.
Okay.
You read books.
Yes.
Some books you have pictures.
Yes.
Like this one. It's about
Okay.
pictures. It's about black surveillance. Black studies, surveillance. So this is Dark Matters, which I think is a super clever title.
Yeah.
In Dark Matters, Simone Brown locates the conditions of blackness as a key site through which surveillance is practiced, narrated, and resisted.
1,000%.
She shows how contemporary surveillance technologies and practices are informed by the long history of racial formation and the methods of policing black life under slavery, such as branding, runaway slave notices, and lantern laws. Lantern laws are very interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this is on the surveillance of blackness by Simone Brown. This is such a good book that we haven't even taken out of the plastic yet.
Absolutely. Yeah. Shout out to Simone Brown.
Copy goo.
Dark Matters and the surveillance of there was a story I thought was kind of wild that said 1 in 3 people killed by police were fleeing. According to the data, you know what I'm saying?
Hunted,
It's kind of crazy. And we know, of course, when you're black, that the number of the police shootings, particularly from traffic stops, goes up exponentially.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man.
So anything else coming up?
If you're in Allegheny County, the monkeypox vaccine is here, because monkeypox is also here.
Yeah.
So just, make smart decisions, protect your health, use safety if you're going out.
Use safe words.
Safe words, consent.
Yes, all of that.
All of that. But get the vaccine. If you're eligible, you can call the health department. Just be safe.
How many monkeypox cases
that,
are here?
Well, I don't know. But I saw that California also. I know New York
state of emergency in California.
Declared a state of emergency for monkeypox. California just declared a state of emergency. It's wild out here. I mean, obviously, like, by this point, we should be washing our hands. We should be careful. If we're in a crowd, you should have a mask on, all of those good things, So just be careful, be mindful, be
we
cautious.
thought we were over COVID.
Polio's coming back.
Polio,
There's polio cases.
It's wild out here.
What is this, 1923?
People stopped
wild
getting
out here.
vaccines because of how bad the COVID-19 vaccine rollout was.
Absolutely.
People have now started getting a lot of vaccines, so a lot of these illnesses are coming, and people are also traveling.
Yeah.
There's no more
and so the diseases
vaccine
are traveling
mandates,
also.
and so people are just
Absolutely. It's absolutely wild out here. So
our
just
government is killing us through misinformation and disinformation.
Man, it's wild. So just be careful as you go about your day. With that being said, any final comments, words?
Polio is back, man.
Yeah, it's kind of wild, man.
That's fucking nuts.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, yeah.
I myself did not volunteer to live in the end times, and I'm very upset about it. I just want a week.
Someone said this is the watching the fall of the Roman Empire, but with Wi-Fi.
And
that is so.
But didn't Rome fall in a day? Like, can we just get a day and go?
Just
and
just get it over with.
It's wild. It is.
Pull the Band-Aid off,
and then it's like
go.
weird. It's almost like it's just like we haven't really hit the wildness yet.
Which is
You know what I'm
wild.
saying? Like, because
that
like,
in itself is
it's gonna get even more or even crazier. So yeah.
What, as long as y'all ain't back yet, I still have hope.
So let's have hope, man. Trouble, last words, final comments.
Never lose sight.
Never lose sight. Mr. Halal, what would you
The halal heartthrob?
It's not haram, just
No, it's not. I could be a sweeter man.
Heartthrob.
I could be a sweeter man still. You know what I mean? The well manicured manipulator, the gorgeous gaslighter, the toxic avenger,
So
the future of activism.
shout out to
Can
everybody
you get these all on
again.
t-shirts?
I need them on the t-shirt.
Shout out to everybody that came out. To Liberty Green, to Be Social. We did People Power and Politics, and so we got some more.
The
stuff
conscious
coming.
Casanova.
Nigga was over there.
You gotta rap.
Thinking.
You gotta do the. You gotta rap the
This nigga was over there.
ABCs, and you just
This
gotta
nigga was
do
over there
like
thinking. You know what I'm saying?
an adjective for you, like
Yeah.
your Friday freestyle Friday.
So I guess next week we'll see. Right? You're gonna do the A B C D E F. Yeah, you're gonna have to run one down. Maybe for our 100th episode.
Yeah, just like all 26 letters.
You can go all 26 letters. You know what I'm saying? That would be amazing.
Zig,
you know
zag, zig. I gotta come up with something to say. Yeah.
So next week, this week in White Supremacy. See y'all later. Peace. One hood.
To the whitest house. Slave souls haunt the halls when the light is out. Except the blood of the poor and the way they mouth. The last gas of a world that is dying out. Welcome to the whitest house, where every room is a tomb that they lie about. Where you can put your filthy feet on the finest couch, and for the right amount, you can even buy it out.
That's the essence of your entire political identity. You might be a white supremacist.